Hi, students. Dr. Cohen here. I am here to give you kind of a brief introduction to income inequality and the class, but please do take some time to read through the course materials, particularly the schedule and the syllabus. But I wanted to get a chance to go through some things. First of all, the most important thing you need to do is to verify your attendance. So go ahead in and do verify your attendance so that you don't get dropped from the class. Um, Next is there's a series of course documents, and these are probably the two most important things. I tend to think of my syllabus as a contract with you. This is your work for the semester. Most of the most important information is in this syllabus. As with all things, you are welcome to email me any questions you might have. There's going to be quite a bit of reading and quite a bit of writing in this course, and I just want to be very clear that the use of AI is as for work that's submitted to me. You can certainly use it as a tool as you go along, but if you submit work to me, it can't be produced by artificial intelligence. So AI is a tool. I feel like we can all use it successfully, but it shouldn't write your papers for you or it can give you some suggestions. So use it in ways that are, uh, creative, helpful, but not as the doer of your work. Okay. There are multiple required readings for the semester. Basically, there are three of them. At this point, I'm going to just go through all three. So there's the book, Social Inequality. The book is required. Uh, uh, there is a copy of the book at the Henderson Library, which I recognize for a lot of you that are taking this class online, it's not really very helpful. But I do recommend that you can get used copies or e-copies of the book. It's been around for a little while, so you should be able to get either an e-copy or a used copy fairly inexpensively. Next is Royce, Poverty and Power. The selected chapters for the course will be available on Folio, so on the folio for this course. And if you want to, you can also link to a copy of the book, which is available as an ebook. Just to be aware, though, if you're going to use the ebook for any of your work, there is a limit to only three students can access the title, only three people can access the title at the same time. So be careful not to leave that reading to the last minute and then somebody else is opening it. So. Okay. And then on Desmond, Poverty by America, there isn't, again, a print copy on 2 Hour Reserve for Henderson. You are also welcome to use used or ebook copies of that book. That's a newer book, so it's a little bit harder to get those. I did try and get electronic copies, but I did not have luck with getting the library to purchase either one, either the Desmond book or the Marger book. Okay, so for this semester, there are 12 sets of readings. So you will read the readings and they are broken down, and I'll show you that on Folio in a minute. And then you will write two open-ended questions. So each week there are two different chapters, with one exception. There's one week where you read more than two, and then you'll just do the first two. So you have to write one open-ended question for each of the two chapters. And the idea is you're writing a question that other students are going to have to answer. So you should think about that and the fact that, the question has to kind of be open-ended in order to really allow students to be able to read it. And then there are, each week, there will be two response questions. So you'll respond to two questions. So you'll look at the students in your group, and I have discussion groups. You're not going to get everybody in class. I think there's 4 groups, so maybe like 5 people in each group. So you'll read through their questions. You'll pick one from one chapter, one from another. It can be both from the same student, can be different students, but that's the idea, is that you would pick those, and then you will write answers. And then the big project for the semester is a paper but I've created a pretty detailed scaffolded process, and I'm not going to get into too much detail about that today in the orientation video. Just to say that there are going to be several sections from the focus of the paper to an annotated bibliography, all the way down to the final paper. I think that's all I'm going to do with the syllabus, but I want to kind of go back um, to folio. Okay. So you can see the course documents are just the syllabus and the schedule. And then this is all of the readings. And then this is the details of the literature review. So let's have a look at the readings. So you can see there's kind of an overview that gives you information about each of the readings. I think this is the one where I say, what needs to be purchased, where to get it, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. And then for each of the readings, so you'll read the reading for the week, and then I have a little thing on how to write open-ended questions. There's also a little overview at the beginning of that about the assignment. So go ahead and watch it, even if you are the queen or king of writing open-ended questions, because there's a little overview of the assignment that would be helpful. And you can see there's the readings on poverty and power, each of the chapters, and then there's the questions, where the questions go. I'm sorry, your answers. Why did I not? Mm, okay, I have to add the discussions. So I will add those to this. But basically what you'll do is in the discussions, you will put your questions so everybody can look at them. And then your answers are an assignment. And the reason for that is the discussions will allow everybody in your group to see the questions, and then they can pick from them which ones they want to answer. But the answers are going to be put into an assignment tab, and there's a link to it right there. And I will put a link to the discussions as well. I apologize that that isn't here. There'll be a link to a discussion where you put your questions. The reason that your answers to other people's questions go up as an assignment is it goes through an originality report. So it looks to just make sure that there's no plagiarism in your answers. So that's all the readings. And then the literature review is really broken up into several areas. So you can see, like, this is the focus of the paper. And as with all of them, it kind of goes through what is expected for that piece of work, for that portion of the assignment, and then there's a rubric. And then the next thing will be uh, where you submit. And you'll submit these into the assignment tab. So for the literature review, each time something's due, you'll be getting an overview of what's required and then a place to upload it. And I'm going to give you some more details about that assignment as we move on. You can see that the first thing, which is the focus of the paper, is not due till February 12th. So I'm going to give you a little breath there. There'll be information in the readings that will be helpful to you. The topic is up to you within certain constraints, and we'll talk about that more. I guess that's it. I guess one of the other things is I have office hours, and let me just pull that up. My office hours are uh, on, sorry, my office hours are from 2 to 3 on Tuesdays, and then from 5:30 to 6:30 on Tuesdays. All of that is on Zoom. I will also be face to face on Tuesdays from 2 to 3, but my early evening office hours are going to be over Zoom. And if any of that doesn't work for you, you are welcome to send me an email with some suggestions about days and times that will work for you. I am available early in the morning, middle of the day, evenings occasionally. Or other times, even on the weekends, I'm here for you. So email me with some options, and we'll come up with a day and time that will work for us to meet. Um, Welcome to class. I think this is going to be informative and helpful, and you all will become excellent readers and writers of questions, and hopefully will help you with your writing skills as you move along. So, welcome. Welcome. Take care. Thank you.